Today, I wanted to talk to you about how to use Perplexity Spaces to fasten your stock research process. And we are going to do that by doing following two steps. So one is you set up Perplexity Spaces. So the way to do that is you can upload up to 5 documents for free, which is awesome. So what I do is I upload the latest annual report, the latest quarterly filings, maybe your nearest competitors' filings, and maybe some research report or any other information or a presentation that you would like to upload. So try and use all of those 5 slots. So I do that, and that's step number one. And then step number two is where I've created a 42-point checklist, and against each of the checkpoints, I've created an AI prompt. So the AI prompt can be copied and pasted into Perplexity Spaces. And then what I do is I look at the result. I try and tell Perplexity to synthesize the information. And what the beauty of Perplexity Spaces is that it'll, when it gives the answer, it'll look for the documents you've uploaded plus web search, and it'll combine that and give you a nice synthesized result. So that's why I thought Perplexity was a great tool for this particular use case. And so I wanted to run you through how to do that step by step in this video. So step number one is to create Perplexity Spaces. So I'll show you how to do that, and I've created it just now, but just to walk you through. So, and just to let you guys know, I'm not using any paid version of Perplexity, so this is all free, which is great, and that's how I like it. So I will go to Spaces here, and then here you can create a new space. So what I'll do is I'll just click here because this is what I created like a few minutes ago. And what I did here is, let me get rid of this and start over. Now, at the start, I said specific instructions, stick to facts, do not generalize, fact check your own work, and make edits as needed. So basically, I've written down this instruction here, so you can just copy and paste that. That's exactly what I did. I copied it from there. I pasted the custom instructions here. And then the second thing I did is I uploaded the 5 documents. I used all of the available slots. And what I did is I uploaded the annual report from Zillow, which is the latest available information. I also uploaded the latest quarterly report. And then I chose 2 competitors, so CoStar Group, News Corp, and then uploaded some other documents from there just to give it as much information as possible. And now what I will do is at the start, so this is the checklist that I was talking about. It has 42, 43 points, and each point of the checklist has AI prompts, which you can use. Now let me get rid of this and start over. And so just to run through the checklist, so there's like different categories that I've created. So one is understanding the business, where I want to understand what's the business model, what is the value chain, how does it make money, and is it within my circle of competence? Do I have predictability in the business? Is there a high confidence that the business will survive through various cycles? Is it a commodity business? Is it a cyclical business? So I want to understand all of those things. The second section is market position, and where we talk about like, who are the competitors, what is the scale, what are the advertisement or distribution channels, are there repeat customers, repeat sales, customer retention rate. So understanding all of that, what is the competitive advantage, what is the moat. So understanding all of that, then the growth potential of the business, how has the company done in the past, how is it going to do in the future, and then industry dynamics. So who are the other players, competitors, macro factors, all of those things. And then financial strength. So looking at free cash flow, return on capital, growth capex, looking at off balance sheet liabilities if there are any. So looking at all of those things. And then looking at capital allocation. How has the management used capital that they received, either through raising of shares or through operating activities? And how have they used that cash in the past, and how do they plan to use it in the future? And then looking at management integrity as well. Do they clam up? Do they tell you about the disappointments and troubles and issues that they're facing, or do they hide and sugarcoat their problems? So try and understand those things as well, and then have a conclusion section, which you can use AI for, or you can arrive at your own conclusions based on whatever AI has told you and researched for you. So what I'll do is I'll start with a general or an initial AI prompt to tell Perplexity what I'm up to, what is the space being used for. So I will tell it like act as an investment analyst or a research analyst and go through these reports that I've uploaded, go through publicly available information, and tell me specific facts. Do not give me general observations. And if you have any questions, let me know before you just dump an answer on me. So I'll run that first. And what it does is it'll give me a nice summary of what it knows so far in terms of like an overview of the business, financial position, business operations, what is the debt structure, what is the market position, what is the environment, what are the risk factors. So this is a nice starting point, but I want to know more. I want to understand what is the core business model, how does the company make money, who are the end customers, what is the value chain. So I have a bunch of questions here. You can either strip them out into different prompts and paste them, or you can actually just ask it all together and see what it comes back with. So I'm just going to paste all of these questions and let's see what it comes back with. So the way it'll give you is like it'll throw out information in a nice segmented way or in different sections. And it'll tell you things like who are the end customers, who are the suppliers, what does the value chain look like, what are the revenue and profit segments, scalability and expansion. That's the question we had asked as well. So I think this is a pretty detailed answer. Yeah, Zillow is transitioning to a super app, which is accurate. So what we can do is we can either copy this answer the way it is and just paste it back here for our future reference. So that's option one. Option two is you can actually dig in further and you can ask it specific questions like, if it's saying certain things, why does it say that, or tell me more about this particular line item that you just spoke about. So you can actually dig in further, like ask more probing questions like that. So, for example, let's say we don't know what this rental income is. We can actually ask, saying, "What do you mean by rental incomes?" and it'll throw you an answer based on that. The other thing you can do is you can actually say, "Hey, this is too long of an answer. So, can you cut this short and synthesize and put it into 2 to 3 paragraphs?" Right? And what it'll do is it'll cut that down and just leave only relevant information. So there you go. Like it has gotten rid of all the sections and it has just highlighted the specific points. If you want it in bullet point format, you can just say, I want it in bullet point format, and it'll give you that as well. And what it has also done is it has pulled out specific images from either websites or from what we have uploaded as documents, and it is helping us to answer certain questions here, like what is the business model, who are the key partners, what is the value proposition, what are the customer segments. So this is all very helpful. So I can either copy this part here, or if I want a detailed answer, I'll copy that part and then I'll paste it back here. And then I'll keep doing that for each and every item of the checklist. Uh, so, which is a nice, like, I think if you spend half an hour just prompting and pulling the responses back into the Excel, I think this would be a great starting point for you to then read that through and then probe further. So either you can do it all together or you can put one question at a time and then probe further, like keep understanding the business better and better. And by the time you've gone through all the points of the checklist, you should have enough information to make a response, like an informed choice, saying, do I want to go ahead and dig further, or want to go and buy the stock or not. I hope you find it helpful. And if you want this checklist, I'm happy to give it for free. So if you want it, just put it in the comments below, and I will DM you, and I'll try and send you the checklist by email because it's an Excel file.